And we're live. Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today we got favorite brewery. I'd like to welcome the people that join me here. Miscellaneous brew reviews. This side. And then
Cheers.
we got Beer Man. What's going on, guys?
Not too much.
Darn, it's muted. Cheers, man. Doing great.
So we're basically just going to be talking about our favorite brewery, and everyone's brought a beer by their favorite brewery. I think me and Miscellaneous have new beers, and Beer Man's got one that he's already had before, but that's okay. So let's just jump right into it. Who wants to start first? Beer Man, Miscellaneous. Ask you guys a couple questions like this, and then we'll start with Miscellaneous.
All right. So, yeah, I brought something from Boulevard. Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, Missouri. This is their Sugarwood Baklava limited release 2021. This is a barrel-aged Imperial brown ale with maple syrup and pecan flavor. Comes in at 14.2%. On their website, it says it has 13 IBUs, and their EBC, which is their color, different from your typical SRM, is 20. So, yeah, that's what I've got for tonight.
So, quick question for you: why did you choose this brewery? Why is this brewery your favorite?
I chose Boulevard, especially this year, man. One reason why I picked them is they make most of their typical stuff that you see all year round, like what's Dark Truth, and just a lot of their regular stuff that they come out with is really good. But this year, I've noticed compared to last year, they came out with a lot of heavy hitters this year. I mean, I don't believe they're still independently craft owned. I don't know exactly who they're owned by either. But we got a lot of drops from Boulevard this year. Big barrel-aged Imperials that is right up my alley. That's my thing. Big, complex, barrel-aged stuff. And it was like one after the another this year. We had they did exclusive like a bottle tap room series, I think is what they called it, or the bottle shop series was Founders. Yeah, they did a tap room series this year where they were putting out stuff in small batches and just dropping them off places. And I've had some good collabs as well. Like I said, I think I had the Three Floyds in Boulevard. Their Hyperflux barley wine was fantastic. They're just doing it. And like I said, for a company that doesn't have their independent craft sticker anymore, they are pretty hip to the jive. They're making unique stuff all the time. And in my opinion, it's about 99% of the time you're going to get something decent.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, we'll go back to you. Ask you a couple more questions afterwards. Then we'll bring up Beer Man and see what Beer Man's got to bring to the panel.
Hey, all right. Hey, thanks, Tanner. All right. So I think I might have gotten lost with this one too. I was thinking about it more. I thought you said local. So I don't know. Maybe I'm like dumb or something. But but this is a local beer. But it's from Fort George Brewery, just over the bridge in Astoria, Oregon. It's an 8.8% Imperial Stout, Americanized on the more American, I think, more than anything. It's pretty bold. We'll get into that for sure. But these guys have been around for forever before I've been here, probably 12, 15 years or more. They're like the big bulk of the city brewery. They're the one that everyone knows. They're the ones that put on the parties and the this, that. But let's go ahead and pour this. Sorry, man, I'm rambling. This is a 10/26/21. It was canned, fairly fresh, 2 months. I've had this before. It's been a while, but I've had this before. Poured out a fingerhead though, nice dark. Dark brown beer. Yeah, nice, good looking Imperial Stout. It's holding a good head. And that's got a nice, bold smell to it. Very chocolatey and espresso-y. Hell yeah. Nice.
Do we all have stouts?
I think so.
No, mine's a brown ale.
Oh, that's right.
Brown
Yep,
ale.
brown ale. Yep.
Imperial brown.
Ale? Oh, that's different, huh? So, Beer Man, is this your favorite brewery, or did you just choose a local beer?
There's so many breweries around here. I mean, we got like Pelican down south. We've got Rogue is in Newport, but they also have their bottle shop around here. Or their brew pub around here. You got Bowie. It's another big one. It's gotten bigger. Yeah, I'd have to say their beers are very actually they have a special lineup. When you go and do your brewery tour there, they have a special tap house where you go and they're like $6 to $10, $15 glasses of like all this special stuff they don't even sell, or that might be like in a special bottle, and you can still get that. So yeah, it is my favorite brewery, but Bowie does also have that as well. So there's a lot of competition, and it's really hard to answer that question. But I do tend to go to them more.
I had a hard time myself.
Yeah. Very, very hard decision. When they're all good, when they're all, they're always they're all a go-to. There's another one even that I don't even want to get into it. There's so many of them. Oregon's full of them. But yeah, good brewery. I do like this brewery quite a bit, and this beer's good too. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying it again.
Awesome. Sounds
Cheers.
good. Cheers. So I'm gonna go up next. So the beer that I brought, Clown Chews. I know maybe you guys heard me talking about Clown Chews. Actually, I've never tried this one before. Miss Lance was telling me that he liked this one, even though he's not a big fan of Clown Chews. But the reason why I like Clown Chews, so I was jumping back and forth between Three Floyds, but Three Floyds is very new to me. A lot of the beers that I've had by them, just really, really good. I'm not really a big fan of wheat beers, but that gumball head that they do, the hoppy wheat pale ale, so good, so good. Might even be one of my favorite beers. It's so hard to even compare gumball head to some of the other stuff that I've had, but it's definitely it's neck and neck, But Clown Chews, in my opinion, Clown Chews, when I started getting into craft beer, Clown Chews Space Cake was one of the first ones that I actually tried. I really enjoyed. And then I tried like Galactic Cake and Galactica and Bubble Farm and Hoppy Baked Goods, which is like a hoppy pale ale, which I don't even think they make anymore. You can't even find it on the website. And then I tried their milkshake stuff. Tropical Blender and Berry Blender. I mean, Miss Lance, we were actually talking about it earlier. They don't list them on the website, which is a little disappointing. I hope they still make them. They actually make the what was it called? Harvest Blender. It was like apricot, peach, and plum, which sounds pretty good. Milkshake IPA, beer with lactose, and then I'm pretty sure they use the actual fruits, so they're not using artificial flavorings and stuff. But I've always been a big fan of Clown Chews. Another reason why I really like Clown Chews is they always have some pretty cool can art. That's one thing that always I look for when I'm buying beer, even though it doesn't really matter. I'm always a big fan of the can art itself. And yeah, let's crack this open. I got my stout glass here. Let's pour this out. This is at 9% alcohol by volume. It says brewed and canned by Clown Chews Beer, Boston, Mass, and Windsor, Vermont. I believe this is owned by Harpoon. I believe they bought the brand. Miscellaneous was saying that he thinks that this might be like a gypsy brewery, so maybe they actually have never really canned their own stuff. Would you say that, Miscellaneous?
I think that they did. I think they did at one point. I'm not sure for how long.
Now they're just having other
companies that do that.
Yeah. So yeah, let's crack this open. I think Miscellaneous has.
It's been like 2 years since I've had that, but I did like it when I had it.
Yeah. 4. Oh, no, kind of thick. Well, that's like a
Dang.
dark brown head. Don't want it to overflow. It looks like it's going to overflow.
It'll be good.
That's like a milk chocolate head. You can't really tell by my camera. It's like a milk chocolate head. A pitch black motor oil color.
Wow.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. I seen some stuff when I was looking at Beer Advocate, some notes. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty good. And we'll jump back into this format. If anybody else has got anything else they want to say, it's kind of like Bumpy's free for all. If you guys want to taste your beers, maybe talk about your brewery a little bit more, and then we'll pull up some websites and we'll go over some information about the breweries. Maybe talk about some other beers that they do. Maybe some styles that they do that are your favorite. Maybe they do the best job at those styles, and
Sure.
pretty much,
Nice.
just hang,
Yeah.
lay back, and sip some of your beer, and
So I tell you, definitely on the nose on this. It's definitely maple syrup and pecans and alcohol.
Alcohol.
It's not too bad. It's
well, I mean, 14%. That's getting up there. That's
Yeah.
like liquor. You're getting up there like the Evan Williams eggnog.
yeah.
15%. You're getting up
Right.
there. And that was maybe
It smells good, a little buttery. I don't know if usually that's what the diacetyl or diacetyl. You get that buttery note, but like if it's used right, I've had it in beers where it's works well, but usually it's a sign of you screwed up.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
How about you, beer man? What are you getting on your beer?
I'm getting, which I've never noticed before on this, which is interesting, is milk chocolate. Milk chocolate and espresso is, but it's all very balanced and very well put in with all the roasted malts and the breadiness. There's a little slight sweetness, but it really has kind of a dryness as well in the smell and the aroma. So I can say, hey, this is gonna be good. Yeah. When it's too sweet, I get scared. I gotta have some kind of balance, and even in the aromas, you can smell that dryness, sometimes. But yeah, it's freaking milk chocolate, man. That's weird.
That's got like a coffee cream kind of head going on there, huh?
Yeah, dude, creamy nitro looking head.
Yeah,
And it's not a nitro.
yeah.
So
This to me, I'm getting a lot of I'd say kind of like milk chocolate. It's got a good sweetness, coffee, roasted malts, maybe a little bit of like some dried fruits, maybe like a raisin or something in there. It's not necessarily like that like dark bitter coffee. Maybe like a coffee like with some cream.
nice.
Yeah, this smells really good. I actually haven't even tasted yet. I've been waiting for my head to go down.
Yeah. Pretty poor though. That looked pretty with the freaking big old foam dome, dude.
I was gonna overflow on. This is good. This is good. It's actually a little bit thinner than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit thicker on the mouthfeel. It's still full bodied. It's still rich. Dark chocolate, whereas like I said, I was kind of getting like more of a milk chocolate on the aroma, but definitely a dark chocolate on the palate. Yeah, there's definitely like a fig or like a raisin or something.
Yeah.
A little bit like
I'm gonna have to try that beer again. It's been so long.
I like it. I think it's actually pretty good. These guys, they don't normally, unless you look for like their limited release stuff and like a little bit of their harder to find products, they don't normally have the stouts. It's usually a lot of IPAs and a lot of hoppy stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Have you guys ever had Rise APA by Whalers? That's a big Rhode Island beer down here.
No.
So Clown Shoes makes it's called Baked Goods, and it has like a very bready, like citrusy, more laid back. It's an APA, so American Pale Ale. But that is very good, and that was honestly probably one of my favorites besides their IPAs. So as far as like their kind of different beers that they would do, that baked goods was really good, and it's really unfortunate that you can't find it. It was cool too. It had like spaceships on it and like cookies floating through space.
I think I seen that a couple years back, maybe.
I'm
Me
kind of
too.
upset that
Even
they
over
don't-
here. Yeah.
I don't know if they make it anymore. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I was always I actually like they had one that was like actually tastes like what they said it was, like brownies or something. It was like really like it was just good. I don't know what I'm talking about maybe, but it was like a milk, I think it was like milk stout or something, or some kind of stout of some kind, maybe a pastry stout, maybe
They
something
do a
in
lot
that
of
lines.
stuff. They do a
But-
lot of stuff.
There's a lot of, well, they've been around for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of breweries when they start out, they're all gung ho and they're making all kinds of stuff. And then they're just like, well, we do IPAs. Well, so we're just going to fall
Mhm.
in over here. And then your brown ales and your other stuff, your lagers might not, they're not obviously not going to be your top priority because you got your money makers. But
Right.
I've actually heard that from like a lot of people throughout like the US and the world. It's like, man, they used to make this beer and it was really good, and why they stopped making it is beyond me.
Yeah, why did they do that? It's like if it's good, don't try to fix it. Just keep selling it.
It's all about
Or don't
numbers.
stop it.
It's all about numbers
Yeah.
with all these companies, not even just beer.
Yeah.
Even with like my job, Coca-Cola, there's a lot of different 12-pack flavors that they make. People are like, oh, they haven't made this anymore. Where has this been? It's like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it doesn't matter if you like it or he likes it or she likes it. If it doesn't hit the numbers, then
Right.
see you later.
That's right.
If it's not worth it for them to make it, then that's just kind of how it is. That's usually with like a lot of the bigger companies. I see like a lot of the smaller companies, they still, if there's a big fan base for something and people are complaining about it, they usually bring it back, But a lot of the times with like the bigger companies, if it's something that doesn't sell a lot, but people like it, people really enjoy it. But if it's not catching people's eye, it's usually they just kind of shoo it away and get rid of it, and maybe try to replace it with something,
Yeah.
This is a house. This has never gone away. This is like been with them since I think they started making it. It's just they sell a lot of their they did bring back
years,
yeah, flagship for sure. They brought back an OPA though, an oatmeal pale ale that's actually absolutely phenomenal. It's like orange and really fluffy and soft and just it's still Westy like
Hazy
a little
or
hazy,
clear?
yeah, a little hazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
That
It's so
sounds
good.
good.
Yeah, and I'm glad they brought it back.
Yeah,
I'm glad they
great.
brought it back. So this one is really tasting. Wow, dude. Milk, there's semi-sweet chocolates coming out in the flavors, but the aromas were more milk chocolate. This is good though. A little coffee on the finish and semi-sweet chocolate.
Yeah. This I think is their like signature stout. This is like their stout that if you're gonna find, they have a very limited amount of clown shoes, and they have like a little bit of their line. You're gonna see this one.
Nice.
Because if everywhere I go, if they have clown shoes, usually they have this stout. This is pretty good. It's very dark chocolate, but the coffee, I think the coffee is what really makes this. It's not really like bitter coffee. It's more like a coffee with cream. So like a little bit of like a vanilla note. And then you get like the roasted malts. But like I said, it's not necessarily bitter. As far as like a lingering aftertaste and like a very long finish, I think this is one of those stouts that kind of dies off faster than you want it to. Because usually if you're drinking a stout, you kind of want that chocolate and that coffee. You want that to linger. You kind of want that on your palate. And this is something that I think kind of dies off. As far as booziness, 9%. I could not tell that this was a 9% stout. It's drinking like a regular. It's drinking like a regular like coffee. You know what I mean? It's like a chocolatey coffee, but like dark chocolate. I'm a big fan of I like mocha coffee. That's what I'm getting when I go to the store. Or
Yeah,
like
definitely.
honey. Dunkin' Donuts. I usually get the mocha coffee, and it usually has the mocha is like more of like a milk chocolatey coffee, and then that sweetness from the mocha kind of drowns out that like dark bitter coffee flavor. I'm not really a big fan of black coffee. Never have been. I've always had coffee with some creamer or even milk. I'm not. I don't drink my coffee black. I don't know about you guys, but
No
I
way.
don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I love coffee.
Rough on the gut.
Just not a lot of it.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, it's rough on my stomach. I don't drink it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that this is overly complex. I'm not gonna say I am getting like a little bit of like dried fruits, like a raisin, fig. But this is kind of more of like an easygoing 9% Imperial Stout. If you want something that you could drink a few of, because me personally, most of the time, if I drink a stout, it's a one and done. I love the flavor, but it's a little too much. And then people in Ireland are looking at me and like they're laughing their ass off. They're like, "Oh, you can't drink 20 stouts." You know what I mean?
Unless
That's
it's
all
get
it's
us.
Yeah.
You have to buy a lot of dry Irish Murphy.
Yeah, try Irish stouts. Yep, bunch of those.
How's the booziness on that beer, Miscellaneous? Are you
I
feeling
don't
it?
know. It's
Yeah.
all right. So I'll give you the rundown on this. Like I said, I already gave the nose. Flavor wise, you definitely get maple syrup. I do pick up the pecan flavor in there. It is nutty, and it has that butteriness, which I mentioned is what they said on their website, which is usually, like I said, diacetyl, diacetyl, whatever you call it. I think it plays in well, and it goes in because usually pecans have that kind of flavor. They're rich. They got a little butteriness to it. It kind of melts in there. It is sweet. I will say this. Definitely, I could see some people saying this to be cloying. It does body.
So with a ABV that high, I feel like that maple syrup is probably doing a decent job covering up that boozy aspect. No,
I mean,
it's probably
it's there. You definitely get it in the nose. I let my wife sip this Monday, and she's like, "Wow, that smells boozy," but I don't know. I just feel like I've gotten acclimated. I think if you walked up this and you weren't ready to, it could be boozy. I definitely think it would be boozy on the nose. It is sharp. It's there. I think as it warms up, it sweetens up. It gets a little bit more mellow. As of a fruit that I get out of this, it's not really a dark fruit. I kind of get like a golden raisin kind of thing, flavor-wise. It doesn't taste too dark. This is more, I mean, it looks black opaque, but it's more like a red amber. It's very dark, but brown. It's just the concentration of the color in the glass. I could throw it up the light, and I can see like the. Fuck, here we go.
so.
Try not to blind you.
Just to clarify, when you had this, you said you had
that,
a lot.
It's got a red hue to it. You can. Oh, I had it. There you go.
No,
It's not real dark, and this is an Imperial brown, so it's different than the Stout, but it's fantastic. Boost, like I said, it's present. It's very flavorful. I think it is kind of festive time of year type of beer, and I've never ever seen this or heard him put this out. I think I'd put this at number 2 for them on the year.
Okay.
Because the Rye on Rye was my number 1 favorite this year from this company. It was my beer of 2021 was the Rye on Rye from them, and this is number 2, other than the Goose Island stuff, which I would put this at a world class beer. This status, so I gotta figure out which number, but it's gonna be high. I like it.
It's definitely complex.
I wanted to say to you, so just to clarify, when you drank this the other night, you said you had a lot more beer before, and you didn't actually like nitpick.
No, I wasn't like drinking it to review it. I just went in the fridge, popped it, and tried it.
Necessarily doing like an examination. So I'm gonna bring up Miscellaneous, and here's the question I have for you, Miscellaneous. right? So does this beer by this brewery live up to your standards of that brewery?
Absolutely. It's part of the course for what I said they've been doing all year. They've been coming out with these big heavy hitters, and all of them have been on point. Another one that I had recently was the Magic Drip. That was a very like chocolatey, dark, thick, rich stout. Fan to actually have one more in the stash. I got one more of those still. Yeah, like I said, they've just done a great job, and this is fantastic. They can hang with, like I said, the Goose Island Bourbon County Stouts, KBS, CBS. These guys can hang right there with them, in my opinion. They make good stuff. They put out stuff frequently, which I think gives you more incentive to try them. It's like, well, they just came out with this big bad stout last week, and then boom, there's your big bad 14% and barrel aged Imperial Brown, and it's like, well, I'm going to get that too.
So that's a big thing. That's a big thing with these breweries. You want
then I can sit on these. I can keep them a year, 2 years.
You want a consistency. You want them to stay. You want them to stay. What's the word I'm looking for? You want them to keep up with everybody. You know, you don't want to just have the same stuff. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people that have the same stuff.
But this company has that too,
and they do very well with that. But a lot of people, especially me, I like when breweries come out with new things. I like when they try new things. They experiment with new things, no matter how weird it may be. And a lot of the times, someone like me, it's going to spark my interest. I'm not going to say, "Oh, that sounds weird. I'm not going to try that." I'm going to say, "Oh, that sounds weird. I would like to try that."
Mm-hmm. That's how I am.
I'm one of those guys that I usually don't knock it before I try it.
Yeah, same here.
But consistent is one thing. Like, I honestly can't tell you a bad beer that I've had from all year. Like I said, they have their regular go-to stuff, their stouts, their IPAs, their Imperial IPAs, and I like that they switch it up. But they like making these big bad beers, and they're fantastic. They're doing it. That's all I can say. They're good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, so are you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I just didn't want to cut you off. Okay, now we're gonna go to Beer Man. Beer Man, the beer you brought today, does it live up to the standards of the brewery?
Oh yeah, they actually put on January, February, or I think it's January coming up. Actually, Stout Month, and this is their base beer, of course, their house. I think is their traditional. It might have been. They might hit me with the lightning bolt for saying this, but it might have been one of their first initial ones that they did. But they branched off and they just went into all these. You go by their brewery and they like have barrels everywhere. And they barrel age everything. Like they have like one called Mattis Yalalulalu. I forget. I think you have it. Miscellaneous might have it. I think someone has it, but I don't how you got it. Someone got something because they don't ship out of freaking Pacific Northwest. But yeah, they live up to the standards for sure. This is everything that I would have ever thought. All their beers also have kind of a similar flavor. Their yeast they're using, the hops they're using, and a lot of things, whatever they're doing, they all have. It seems like all these breweries have similar traits in all their beers that they pass on, like Pac-Man yeast. Yeah, like Rogue's Pac-Man yeast. They use that in almost all their beers. Whatever. It depends on the style, of course, but I mean, it lives up to everything that they are, and I'm proud of them for going as far as they have. So. I mean, I really think this batch is way better than the last one I had with that chocolate feel. Maybe it had it before, but for some reason, I'm getting it more now. So it seems like they're always progressing. They're always going further and forward and more forward and coming up with new ideas. And that's what makes someone, man. That's what makes a brewery survive. So, yeah, man, be creative. Man, cheers. This is great. Hell yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go up now. So I'm going to talk about my favorite brewery, Clown Shoes. Does this live up to its name? Clown Shoes is really known for, if you guys have had Clown Shoes beers, they're usually known for more of their hoppy IPAs. As far as being like a signature stout, like I was saying, this is pretty good. It's nothing very complex. I think it was like 12 and change for a 4-pack, 9%. Really good price. Um, it's drinkable for an imperial stout. It's not mind blowing. It's not crazy in flavor, but it is really good. I do enjoy it. I would probably grab it again. I'm actually gonna bring this beer. Beer man, quick question. What's beer and cheese Tuesday?
Open table, this one. I
Open
figured
table.
New Year's Eve. Hey, what can you say?
I'm gonna bring this beer with a cheese that I actually showed Beer Man and Miscellaneous, and I think it's gonna be a really good pairing. Um, Clown Shoes to me has always been a brewery that I've really enjoyed their stuff. They're always coming out with new beers. I haven't actually tried any of their like limited releases. I've tried a lot of their um, just like signature line things. I know like Galactic Cake was a combination of Galactica and Space Cake. And actually, one second, I'm actually I'll put it in free for all really quick. Like I said, this definitely lives up to the name. Clown Shoes has always been this one. Clown Shoes in general has always impressed me. This one isn't really necessarily impressive on the flavor, but as far as the drinkability, that's what impresses me with this one. And there is no boozy taste, 9%. But yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to everybody, and I will be right back. I'm gonna grab something out of the fridge. I just want to show you guys. I showed Miscellaneous this earlier. I actually picked this up today as well. One sec, I'll be right back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm done. I finished mine.
Did you really, dude? I reviewed that beer and I still drink. Okay, I won't say it. We're live. No. Yeah, it's definitely cloying though. It's got an alcohol bite, but I notice as it gets warmer,
Gets better.
Gets better.
No,
Yeah.
it's out.
Mm-hmm. As they all do, I think.
So we were all talking about consistency, coming out with new things. This is something that I love to see. This is something that I want everybody to start doing. You know, do this because people get to try your stuff. You know, make it a decent price. I actually bought this. This is Clown Shoes, the 12 beers of Christmas.
Oh, cool.
It has 12-ounce beers. I paid $25 for 12-ounce beers. And there's a wide range of beers here. I'm just going to read them off. Reindeer Games, Bavarian IPA, 7%. Space Cupcake, which I've had, which is kind of like it's like a session IPA. The Exorcist, Dry Hop Stout, 8%. Little Crispy, Crisp Ale. This is like their spin-off on a just like a regular old-fashioned crushable ale, 4.8%. If you guys ever heard of Clown Shoes, you've seen this, you know this, you probably tried it. Space Cake Double IPA, 9%. That's what they're big for. That's their flagship, Space Cake. If anybody talks about Clown Shoes, or if they heard about Clown Shoes, they're thinking about Space Cake. The Barista Breakfast Brown Ale, 8.5%. Mango Farm IPA with mango, 5.75%. I tried that. It was decent.
Oh, 5.
Royal Standard, a wee heavy ale, 8%. Galactic Cake, the one I was talking about, it's a combination of Galactica and Space Cake. I think there might have been like an accident where they did something and they mixed up Galactica and Space Cake, and then they tried it out, and it came out good. Supposedly double IPA, 9%. Clementine White Ale, 5%. One Man Holiday, this one sounds pretty good. This is a Belgian quad at 8%. And then Advent Undead Imperial Stout. But this is actually Advent Undead. I was looking on the website. I'll pull this up afterwards. It's an Imperial Stout with mandarin oranges, right? Was it mandarin or tangerine?
Dang.
I think it might have been.
Sounds good.
I'll look it up. It was some type of orange. I think it was mandarin or tangerine. but this is what you like to see. You know, you like to see guys doing this where they're saying, you know, let me just package this up, give you 12 different beers, and it doesn't stop here. They have even more than this, you know, and that's what you want. You want people that are gonna keep experimenting. You want them to keep pushing on, and no matter how popular the style is, they're gonna keep putting it out to get people's opinions and just try it out. And I'm sure like a lot of these, I don't even think you can actually get these beers as a 4-pack or just like randomly going off the shelf. I think a couple of these are beers that you have to buy this 12 beers of Christmas pack, which is really cool. So it's something to look forward to, even with miscellaneous
Specialty drop advent. They
yeah,
made stuff that they don't make anymore.
yeah.
It gives you more incentive to buy it.
That too, exactly. All right.
Yep.
So I think Beer Man actually has his shared. Oh no, you actually.
I took it down. Sorry, I can
That's
show
fine.
it again.
I'll give you guys a couple minutes. I'm gonna go use the bathroom really quick. If you guys just want to look up, I have mine pulled up. But if you guys want to look up the websites, and then all right, Beer Man, you want to go?
Sure.
All right. So I got Beer Man. Beer Man's got his brewery up. Looks like I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So this is Fort George. They're out of Astoria, Oregon, not New York. And although he came from New York and came here, but that's the building. That's it. You know, that's a big old building, man. It's
Red brick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool building. Upstairs is a pizza area where they do brick oven pizza. Downstairs they do like your fish tacos, burritos, all these really good freaking food. And over here to the side where my cursor is, it's all they might even have some pictures, but it's all like their outside area. They have cornhole and like all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have little booths and stuff where they drink together under a umbrella and all that stuff. Let's see what beers they have. Let's go there first. But the Vortex, man. Oh, that metal one. That's a lighter. That's like more of a it's an unfiltered German style Pilsner. That's right. I have had that, but I can't remember what it tasted like, so I'll have to go back to it. The Vortex is very good. Vortex IPA is very good. Suicide Squeeze is awesome. It's one of my favorites. And City of Dreams is actually pretty good. I was told that was like more of like oh no, that's not that one, not that one. There's another one I was thinking of. That's a pale ale. This one here, the Farmer's Annual Lulula, whatever it's called, is really good. Annuary 6.7. This is like a go-to for me. Every once in a while, I'll get it. It's just really good. It's like a really good West Coast IPA. Three-Way is like they do one every year, and it's just this is a 2021 one. Oh, it's so good. The Fanzine's another one, and then that Magnetic Fields is just phenomenal. All these beers. I haven't had Black Dresses, and I haven't had Rock Paper Centennial, which I'm assuming has Centennial hops in it. Oh my God, 5.5 sessionable as hell. Fresh IPA, Fields of Green is really good. Fresh is good. And then they have like that one, the Match.
I almost bought that.
Yeah,
I almost bought that on Tavor.
That's where I saw you. Okay, that's who I heard it from. Yeah, that's last year's was great. Yeah. Oh, the 21 one. Yeah, that was really good. Or the 21 was really good, I think. The Chromatic I've never had. Proximity Effect. Tribute I've never had these. Tributaries is a triple or double hazy. 8.4. I want to try that. Actually, I haven't had it yet. And they even have let's see, what are these? I've never even seen these.
Are those sodas?
Oh no. I don't know. Like 5.8% mixed berry mixed culture ales with so they're like fruit and field kind of beer beers or something.
That's a field beer,
yeah, field beer. But yeah, let's go. I don't want to bore you guys too much here. We'll try and hurry. But Visit, I don't know what that is, but that's their upstairs. You know, you got the Columbia River right there.
Beautiful facility.
Beautiful, dude. Like you see the ships go by as you're drinking and eating, and Washington State's right on the other side of that. So all those hills over there are Washington State. Yeah, they got pizza upstairs. They got the Lovell Tap Room, which is what I was talking about. And then they have the downstairs pub. They have really good fish tacos, dude. Oh, my God. I really love them. Real quick on the about. Yeah, real quick. Founded in March 1811 by Captain Jonathan Thorne, Astoria was the Pacific Fur Company's primary trading post, which came from New York, Astoria, New York. He was a fur trader. They shipped over here. They ended up landing on this area, and there you go. So this must have been a fur trading building. And Blue Scorcher, if you see on my left there, bakery and cafe is actually shared with them. And they're a really awesome bakery. Authority during the War of 1812 at over 200 years. Astoria is the oldest American settlement west of the Rockies. Yeah, good stuff. Really cool hippie culture. Very. If you're into hippies, I'm a hippie. Come on, in all essence, I guess I am. But the very hippie culture there. Shop. You can get all kinds of stuff. They got shirts. I'll just say they got a lot of shirts. They got shirts and glasses and mugs and everything else you can think of. Stickers, keychains, everything that most breweries give. They got the blog that probably gives them most of their everyday things, and then of course back to the homepage. But they are open. One cool thing about this company is that they're open during this COVID thing, and there a lot of things are doing outside. A lot of the breweries nowadays are doing that now with this COVID crap. But they go outside. You can do like orders online or on the phone and go pick it up, or you can go sit out there.
Curbside,
yeah, curbside or maskless at the table. As long as you're not walking around with your mask off, you're good to go. But they always keep it alive. You got to keep your businesses going. So very good company. They've survived. They had to let off a lot of people too. And a lot of them moved over to where my wife works now. Now they're all kind of flocking back, because employment's happening again. So good thing. But yeah, that's it, man. That's Fort George. They're badass. I like them.
Cool.
I love them, actually.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, beer man.
All right.
Cheers, man.
So now we'll pull up miscellaneous.
All right, yeah. So I've got Boulevard's website here. We're just going to start with their beers. This is, I guess, apparently everything they make. I've had the Bourbon Barrel Quad. This I have not seen. The Nova Flare. Obviously had the Nutcracker. Drank that tonight. The Sugarwood Baklava. Tank 7 is a great American saison to go to any time of year. It's a year-round where I'm at. Berry Noir. This is a great sour ale. Mixed berry sour ale. Not one of those heavily fruited ones, but great on flavor. Absolutely fantastic. Dark Truth Stout. Great one. Rally Ale. I don't drink the light beers, so I can't help you with that one. I haven't had any of these. They're not on the shelves. The Flying Start IPA, Kansas City Lager, their original Pale Ale, their Single Wide Pale Ale. Don't get them down here. I've had the Cosmic IPA, the Space Camper. Steep Drop is one that always drops in the wintertime. That's a pretty good one. I sent one of those in a beer man one time. The Calling Double IPA, fantastic, 8 hops, and that's a good one.
8 hops. Wow, that's
I've had the privilege of trying their quadrupel, their 6 glass. That was very nice beer. The wheat beers, I missed out on the unfiltered black can. I haven't tried either one of those. I missed my shot on drinking that. Had the whiskey barrel aged stout. It's a fantastic. These are the exotic shit that we're looking at. This really not so much. The early riser, it was about a 5.6 porter. Bramble On, I would have loved to try that. Food or age sour ale with blackberries, fantastic. This one really intrigues me. Brewer's Choice barrel aged Imperial Stout and barley wine blend. Just click on that and look for 1 second because it piques my interest. 14.2, no IBUs listed at a color of EBC, which I believe that's what the UK goes on instead of our SRM is 75. So that's a pretty dark beer.
Yeah.
going back, obviously in barrel-aged Imperial Porter, brewer's choice as well. I'd love to give that a whirl. Never seen the experimental 5 bourbon barrel Imperial Stout. I'd love to get my hands on that. I've had the hibiscus ginger sour. This was pretty good. This is my favorite beer that had ginger in it ever, because I'm not a big fan of that. Smokestack Series limited released Quebec yeast IPA at 9%. This was a different one. Quebec is becoming a big thing. You can turn over a lot of beer in a very quick period of time using that specific yeast, and it works well with damn near any kind of style. Not every, but most. This one, Magic Drip.
Yeah.
This might be tied for second. It's a barrel-aged wheated Imperial Colombian coffee stout, ABV 13.5, 23 IBUs. Fantastic. That is a very, very thick, chocolatey stout. If you're interested in that from them, I scroll too far. Yeah, I've obviously had the Nutcracker. Haven't had, well, I said that earlier. Hawaii, a pint-sized Hawaiian Pizza Party Tiki IPA. I did have that, and that is a very sweet IPA. And
Yeah, it is.
as you can see, no longer in production. So if you want to try it and it's out there, pick it up. I didn't think it was too bad. It wasn't great. Boulevard Red Rye, new one. Haven't had that. Number 1 beer of 2021 for me. This was number 1 beer of 2021 for me. Come on, Clay.
Red Rye sounds good, dude.
Yeah, 14.3. Absolutely Templeton rye barrels was what it was put in. Fantastic beer. My beer of 2021.
Good beer.
I had this, the Major Volta. It was out of date. I had to drain pour that, unfortunately. Giga Hop was pretty good. I don't know if I tried either one of these. I kind of didn't go too much into the Space Camper, but apparently these two are new. And I did try the Stuff of Legends. If you think
Someone's supposed
the beer that I had tonight was very sweet, this is going to be very sweet as well.
Oreo, right?
13.3, 32 IBUs.
Definitely Oreo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
you had that recently.
Yeah. I drank it off air, and I haven't bought another one. It's expensive. It's like $18.99 a 4-pack.
Wow, man.
Yeah, that's them. They've been around since, I think it said like 1887 or something like that. They've been around for a while. Boulevard.
Oh.
Or no, never mind. Not that long. Sorry. I'm wrong. 1987.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Here.
All right, this is the one that I had, and it's actually cool because look, they use smoked cherry wood malt. It's probably why I'm getting some of that dried fruits. And then
Nugget and Mount Hood and Sterling.
It has a little bit more of like a coffee with creamer because there's lactose in it. So I did not know that.
Gotta have that holy water though.
It's some holy water. So Undead Party Crafter. I'm just gonna go over this and then I'll go over the other beers briefly. American Imperial Stout. In the years since we first released this beer for our second anniversary, we've grown fond of the knee pad wearing, crossbow wielding gentleman doling out damage on this label. Over time, he has appeared in other labels, and somewhere along the way, we decided his name is actually Crasher. So not only is our man a crasher of undead parties, he's literally is Crasher at an undead party. We know it's a lot to take in. Then they have taste notes and beer details. Our big and bold American Imperial Stout utilizes holy water and malt bill, including smoked malts for an Imperial Stout that bursts with dark malt flavor. Rich notes of coffee and chocolate mingle throughout an intense and full-bodied stout. Please note that this beer contains lactose, so on the can, it does not say anything about lactose, which is cool because I like lactose, but for someone who's like lactose intolerant, that might be an issue. But I did like this beer. I thought it was pretty good. At the end of this, we're all going to go over what we rate our beers, and then we'll do shout outs and stuff. But let's go into beers. Let's look at what they got for beers featured. Available now. Snow on the Maple Tree. It's a Imperial Stout, aged in. It's actually a lot easier to see on the phone. Aged in maple bourbon barrels. So that sounds pretty good. 11%. Go back. They got 12 color rainbow, double IPA, Hammer of the Shaolin, American Imperial Stout, aged in Caribbean rum barrels. Sounds pretty good. Flight to Bolivia, Old Ale aged in Whistle Pig Rye X Bordeaux barrels. So if you guys know Whistle Pig is a pretty popular, sort of expensive rye whiskey. So that beer is probably going to cost you a pretty penny, but I'm sure it tastes good if you guys are big fans of rye barrel aged beers. This is the one that I was talking about. Let's click into that. Imperial Stout with Mandarin Orange. So it is with Mandarin Orange. So that's the big one that I kind of saw that kind of I thought was pretty intriguing, because you don't see too many Imperial Stouts with oranges. And then they got all these other ones that you get to try, 12 different beers. Space Cake, like I said, this is the one that if you guys hear about Clown Shoes, Space Cake is usually the one that people talk about. If you hear about Clown Shoes, Harvest Blender, this is the one me and Miscellaneous were talking about earlier. They actually don't list the Tropical Blender or the Berry Blender, but this one is Harvest Blender, this is new to me. I'd like to find this in my area and try it out and do a review. This one is from Plum, Peach, and Apricot Puree. And then it's got hops, Citron Galaxy. And it does contain lactose because it's technically a milkshake IPA. Peach, plum, apricot puree, wheat, oat, and honey malt. So like I said, that's one that I'll definitely be looking out for. This one, Pecan Pie Porter. I probably will try it. Oh, it's got lactose too. I did not know that. I might actually I might try that one out because it's got lactose. I'm a big fan of the lactose beers. It's usually what sells me on beers. Every time I say a beer isn't good enough, I say you should put some lactose in it. But yeah, this is a Pecan Pie Porter. Undead Party Crasher, the one that I have. Haze Cake, Rainbow the Real. I've had this one. I've had the Rainbow the Real. Bubble Farm is actually a pretty good IPA. It's got like a little bit of a bubblegum note on the finish. Mango Kolsch.
That's a really good American Kolsch.
Which one? The Mango Kolsch?
Yeah.
I think that's
one of the beers that I really like from that company.
Is that one in here?
Anything.
They don't have the Zen. They don't have the Zen Garden on there.
Yeah. What's with that?
Oh, hold on. If you go scroll back, Perennials, limited release, Kung Fu Ballad, not in production. You can click on different ones up top.
Now that you said it, I don't think I saw Zen Garden in the store today, and they usually have all the.
That's one of their better IPAs that I've had.
That's the New England. Mango Kolsch is different. Is that the American Kolsch? Okay, so that's different from Mango Farm. Okay, Galactica West Coast style IPA. That's another pretty good.
You do like that Mango Kolsch with like a Manchego or something.
I'm a little worried now because have I done Zen Garden? I think I might have done a review on Zen Garden, but I saw that multiple times. I think I did. But like you said, that was Sombrero. That was a good New England that they did, and they don't do many New Englands. Mango Farm, got that in the pack. Space Cupcake, more of a sessionable. Yeah, see 6%. It's more of a sessionable IPA. What am I doing? Undead. Oh, okay. What does perennial with me?
6 months.
Okay.
Or like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. That was
perennial.
The pumpkin sombrero. This is a Mexican style chocolate stout with pumpkin puree. I've seen that. I haven't tried it. would like to do a review on it because I try to put out as many Clown Shoes reviews as I can. All right, this is limited releases. And then they got their Circle of Heroes.
Perennial means not lasting a long time.
Okay.
Limited release, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this is the Harvest India Pale Ale. Was that like Fresh Harvest probably? Circle of Heroes, Hazy IPA, Double IPA. Josh the Guava King. This was really good. I tried that. That has a really good tropical note along with that guava. You're not just gonna get guava with that one. You'll pick up on some other tropical flavors. Harvest Blender. See, the problem with this website is they should have all beers so I can just scroll through it because a lot of the times I'm seeing doubles. Pineapple Space Cake. I've had that. That is pretty good. Double dry hopped Yeehaw New England IPA. I've seen that. I don't think I've ever picked it up and reviewed it. Zebra Warren Double IPA, 12 Color Rainbow, West Coast Double IPA. And there's Pecan Pie Porter.
There you go.
There you go. Double dry hopped.
Double dry hop. That's a different one, though.
Oh, that's double dry hopped. Yeah, I've tried the regular Zen Garden, which is really good. That's unfortunate.
I read that wrong. It's actually every year they put it out again.
Oh. Sorry. Snow on the Maple Tree. That's that aged in the maple bourbon barrels. Kung Fu Ballot.
Ooh. There
Stout.
we go.
American Imperial Stout.
What?
This is the Caribbean rum.
Crazy, dude.
Clicking on them because I can't really read them. It's hard to see with the small letters.
Those are like $12. Those are like $12 cans of
cans.
beer.
That's
awesome. Yeah, these are going to be singles that you probably, like miscellaneous, that you're probably going to have to pay like 10.
19.2s.
They're 19.2s?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're like between $10 to $13 a piece.
wow.
Depending on what you buy. They're very expensive.
So like and then Ancient Hills chocolate malt stout aged in bourbon barrels.
I had the
Oh, you had that one?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Not so much.
Oh, okay. This one is Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with cinnamon, vanilla, ancho, and chipotle chilies.
Smoky beer.
Yeah.
Smoky sweet.
Spicy.
Like sweet savory type of thing.
Luchador at Sunrise. Yeah, this is annoying. I gotta every time I go back, I gotta. All right, and then the Storyteller. Imperial Stout aged in Whistle Pig rye barrels.
No, I like that though. That rye barrels, anything rye's good with me.
That one's different than the Whistle Pig Rye X Bordeaux barrels. Which Bordeaux is that? I think that's a wine, right?
Bordeaux is or something. Yeah, I think it is. Or Merlot is.
And then
I've had that as well.
And you didn't like it, right?
No, I think they should classify it as a barley wine instead of a barrel aged IPA.
Oh, I think I remember you doing that.
Not in production.
They said that was a barley wine. It's like par for the course.
Oh, I really hope. Oh, look, Berry Blender. Oh, that's sad. Royal Standard Wee Heavy Ale, Advent Party Crasher. Which one is this? Oh, this is the Mandarin Orange. So, like you said, the ones that aren't in production anymore are actually in that Christmas pack.
They knock the dust off some crates and bring some old stuff back.
This is another one in that Christmas pack.
No, they brew it fresh, but it's like old, like shit that they don't retire.
Old recipes, yeah.
Yeah. Reindeer Games, another one. Stars, Mandarina, and Mosaic. American Style IPA.
I like the sounds of the hops on that, actually.
You got your noble hops, man.
Yeah.
Mosaic.
Little orange spiciness with a nice
Super
little new West Coast kick or a New England kick.
Yeah, so the cool thing about this Christmas beers of Christmas pack is now I have 8 beers that I'm going to be able to do reviews on.
I'm curious about the reindeer ones.
Oh, why, you want me to go back to that one?
No, when you do it,
India Pale Ale.
if you review it, I want to see that review. You have that right in your pack?
Yeah, They're with the Christmas
Cool.
bag.
Nice.
This is rosé IPA. I'm sure they use it with rosé. Oh, with Lambrusco juice. Rosé IPA with Lambrusco.
7.5. It's perfect. Yeah, I like 7.5 on that number.
Lambrusco
7.5.
grape juice. That's a different one.
Grape juice. Wow. Oh, it's a rosé. Rosé IPA. I've never heard of a rosé IPA.
There's a lot of these.
I never. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I love the creativity, man. It's so freaking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys, they got a lot of stuff. A lot of these I've never seen before, and it's unfortunate that they're not in production, and you have to actually buy stuff like this to be able to even try them.
Look at a wee heavy too.
Barley
Nice.
Wine, Brunch Exorcism, American Imperial Stout, Jade Tortoise. What does that say? They do some weird stuff with lemongrass and lychee purees.
Oh, frick! That sounds good. Kind of actually.
Berry blender. I've had this. I actually have a review on this one. That's raspberry and strawberry. I think
Strawberry IPA.
with strawberry and raspberry and lactose. Yep.
Yum.
That one was pretty good. Uncle Sam, American Barley Wine, Mexican style chocolate stout, chocolate sombrero, churro sombrero, Mexican style chocolate stout, Mexican style chocolate stout, another coconut sombrero, mocha sombrero, Mexican style chocolate stout. These labels are all pretty cool. That's another big thing that I really like about Clown Shoes. Their labels are always really
Yeah,
cool.
they're very cool. What's the milkshake IPAs like? Do they have any of? I really miss those. I haven't seen one in a while.
Miscellaneous said that he saw that Harvest Blender the other day.
Oh, okay.
Churro sombrero.
Nice.
I like churros.
Churros, me too, dude. Damn.
Vanilla beans, lactose, chocolate, and rye malt. Ooh, churros.
Oh, that sounds good with the rye, the nice dry spice. Yum.
Blaco Unidragon, Russian Imperial Stout.
Awesome. That sounds good. 11.5. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good beer. Beefy beer.
Imperial pumpkin stouts too. I'd like to see what their pumpkins taste like.
I've seen that. That was like another $15. I think that was actually a 16 ounce. That was like $15.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They have a coconut sombrero. I love coconut, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's awesome.
Lactose, vanilla, chocolate, and rye malt.
Chocolate.
They use a lot of lactose. I think that's probably why.
That's like a freaking Almond Joy, dude, or a Baby Ruth. Or not Baby Ruth. It's like Almond Joy or a Almond Joy.
Yeah, Almond Joy. Yeah, you're right.
Without the almond.
This little crispy specialty ingredients.
We got Simcoe. I wonder if it's got a little bit of a cat.
Yeah.
A little cattiness in that one.
Ombre Sin Nombre, Imperial Stout, Minnesota Mean, New England IPA, Zebra John, Double IPA, Duck Wars, Session IPA,
Nice.
Tony Emperor of the Ecuador, Double IPA, Hammer Lion, American Imperial Stout. They actually do a lot more stouts than I thought they did.
There's a lot of beers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at this. Movie right here. Fistful of Dragon, Space Cake number 10. I've actually had that. That was actually pretty good. I actually have a review on that one.
Nice.
Dancing Beast, Imperial, Apple Baron, Wee Heavy, Leaving Atlantis, IPA, Double Burnt Caramel, Double Brown Ale, Don't Fear the Blender. Number 2, that is the, okay, so, does that say strawberry and raspberry? See, Don't Fear the Blender is the same as Tropical Blender. I mean, Berry Blender. So it's like they got, let's see, and here's the tropical one that I was talking about. Guava, mango, and pineapple. This is I think this one actually might be my favorite beer by them. The Don't Fear the Blender, the tropical one. Which actually, when I reviewed it, was called Tropical Blender. Exercise in Baxter, Sun Hat, American Imperial, Hazy Farmhouse, Luna Dragon. They're just, you could sit here for a long time and just go through these and read the descriptions, read the
Black
hop.
IPA, dude. They have a Cascadian.
Which one is
Nice.
that?
Oh my god. Yeah.
The Drongo Kettle Sour, Rise
Wee
Heavy. Hop.
Nice.
Let's pull that one up. Poppy Peak Black IPA, black and crystal malts, hops, Columbus, Simcoe, and Amarillo. I didn't realize they had this many.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's baked goods.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm kind of sad to see that, guys. Oh, that's unfortunate. The baked goods is a modern American pale ale with bursts of tropical citrus flavor, minimal hop bitterness, and a smooth malt body make for a complex flavor profile and an easy drinking hoppy pale ale. Bring that back, Clown Shoes. What are you guys doing? Why did you get rid of that one?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna scroll over them and not read them all, and whoever's here, because there's still a lot. I could sit here and read them all day. I don't want to drain everybody out with.
Marzen. Talk about being like, just like diverse.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing. I love
Lemon
how they have
drop
everything.
cake sound good.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I guess.
Diversity is everything.
Which one were you talking about, miscellaneous?
That lemon cake. You scroll, one row all the way on the left. Up.
Bourbon pecan pie, yum. That kind of sounds good, actually. I don't like bourbon so much, but the pecan pie, oh my god, it kind of makes you curious. You know what I mean?
And the sad part is these are discontinued.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, right.
Or
crazy
see,
one.
that's the thing about retired beers. Are they really retired, or we're just not making them, and we're gonna
On
put them
hold.
on we're gonna put them out in like 6 years.
Probably.
You guys are gonna lose your shit when they do come back out. Or
They're in a binder. They're in a binder waiting to be opened again and played.
Yeah, I'll just read the about us quick. The Clown Shoe story. It all started in 2009 when our founder and CEO Greg Berman brewed a small batch of Hoppy Feet Black IPA, which is one that Beer Man was just talking about.
Oh yeah.
AO Brewing. The offering was well received around Boston, prompting Berman to collaborate with our head brewer Dan Lip to develop and trial additional beers with innovative takes on existing styles. We more than doubled our production from 700 barrels to 1,500 in our second year and have continued to grow each year. In 2011, we began to distribution outside of Massachusetts, carefully selected craft-oriented wholesalers. In late 2017, we joined employee-owned Mass Bay Brewing Company, brewers of Harpoon in UFO. So I was talking about Harpoon UFO. With greater resources and capabilities, we have expanded our special release and barrel aging programs. We continue to grow and innovate while keeping our own personality and style to bring you interesting and unique beers. About the beer, since our founding in 2009, we have focused on putting our spin on beer styles. We always look for complex flavor profiles and experimentation in ingredients, techniques, or interpretation. Whether in our barrel-aged beers or use of fruit purees, or our techniques in using hops, we are always in search of new beers with a full palette of flavors. Behind the label, one of the most unique things about us is we definitely definitely our can artwork. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that I really enjoy their artwork. Michael Axe is the guy who is behind all the artwork. Awesome. Our artist and label designer joined the team in 2013 and has been drawing our eye-catching labels ever since.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
What we're up to, they got a blog and they got a shop. So they got some clothes and stuff, glassware, souvenirs, specials. Like I said, they got their blogs. You can read on their blogs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like I've been going for like an hour.
Envision's another company that's like them. Envision out of Sparks, Nevada. I don't know if you can ever get theirs, but they have the eye-catching labels or Revision, Revision Brewing, and it's what sells, man. I mean, you get like you get some that say 525, and it's just a number and stripes, and it's like the best beer ever. But some of those beers, the labels, man, you get them and you're like, whoa, man. It was good on the label and good here.
I didn't realize that they had that many beers.
Yeah, dude, they got a lot.
I looked at their website before, but I never like really dove into it and like tried to go over all of them. I had to stop and just scroll over them because there was so many. You could sit there for hours and just look at them all and look at the hops and the malts and the specialty ingredients and stuff, and look at the background story and why they name them and why they're called what they're called.
Awesome.
So I guess we're gonna pull up miscellaneous, and miscellaneous is gonna give us a rating and a shout out, and then Beer Man's gonna go, and then I'll go, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So
Yeah. So for Boulevard, the Sugarwood Baklava, 14.2. It's good. It's I think it's right on the cusp of a world-class beer. Like you said, it is pretty sweet. I think I'd put this around probably it's hard to say. I put it at a 96. It's a very good beer.
it's a good rating.
Right on the cusp of world-class. If it wasn't for the sweet factor, I probably would give it more. My palate, it's amazing. Yeah. Other than that, Thursdays I do the Thursday night beer sessions, which will go back to normal for a little bit. I'm just gonna have a few products and I'll review them on Thursday, probably 4 in succession, depending on ABV. That'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern on my channel, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. If you're interested in looking at anything else that I drink, you can find me at the same handle on Instagram. What else? What's today? It's Monday, huh?
Monday.
Yep.
You got Beer Cheese Tuesday. I'll go ahead and shout out Thomas Metal 75, Wildcard Wednesday. Bring any kind of alcohol product, wine, beer, spirit, and you can do a review there. Hang out with a bunch of people with panels up. His only stipulation is you don't be a douche. Yeah, other than that, Stout Sundays with John and Nelly should be back on his channel this week, as far as I know, which happens at 10:30 Eastern AM. Bring a big stout porter. It doesn't have to be that big either, but yeah, get your swerve on early for football. Start the day out right. I think most people can handle everything else. So yeah, cheers. Thanks for having me. And yeah.
Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you guys being on my first panel live stream. Do appreciate it.
You shout, Bumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm kind of behind on the. I didn't realize the comments coming in. Beer Man.
Yeah, good. Sterling's rocks. Yeah, good.
Eerie.
Yeah, you're right, Mary.
You clarify. Oh yeah, you're right, Mary. I read that wrong. Okay. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, cheers, Bumpy.
Appreciate that. Cheers, Bumpy.
I would be confused as to what to order on my flight. Yeah.
Not just your favorite brewery too.
That feeling is mutual between the both of us.
Yeah.
In the basement, I heard someone coughing. All right, we're gonna bring up Beer Man. Beer Man's gonna rate his beer, and then he's gonna do shout outs. So,
all right, man. I got Santa cheeks right now, like rosy red. All right, here, let's show you really that they're like red and rosy. Okay, so this is a good beer, man. You know, it's changed, and my voice is changing too. I got some phlegm in my throat. No, this stout has changed. It's in my opinion. I think as it warmed up, it brought out a little more of that milk chocolatey kind of presence. But it's very roasty and toasty and rich and coffee-like. You can smell the coffee here. It's very coffee, but it's got. I don't know if Bumpy would like that one. But it's a good beer. I do like coffee with milk and sugar. I don't like it bare, black. But this beer I would give this a 90 out of 100, maybe a 91, 92, but in that range. It's not like world class or anything like that, but I definitely would say this is a good beer that I would go back to, and I would keep it in an A range. So especially fresh and nice. It's not barrel aged or anything either. It's just a straight up, carbonated out of the keg served kind of beer. I think it is anyway. It doesn't taste barely, but All right. So as far as shouts, first of all, I want to thank you, Tanner, for letting me on, and Miscellaneous.
Thank you for being here.
You've been a great host. So yeah. So this has been fun. And so Tuesday, tomorrow will be an open table. I thought it would be good before New Year's to kind of keep it open. Everyone's got a playful entity in them before New Year's Eve. So I figured we'd just keep it open and loosey goosey. Bring what you want, beer and cheese. I've got some cheese and I need to go get beer. It started snowing on me, so I have no car, so I got to figure out what to do. But yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern for that. Wednesday will be our last porter, and then we'll announce that. It's at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific, my time. We'll announce the next month round, which will be another long one because it's 31 days. So we're looking at about 5 weeks of whatever we announce. Me and Bumpy were talking about a style, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, look out for that. And I do have an announcement. I've got a really cool update and brewery update for my home brewery and beer review as well mixed into it, but it's got a lot of editing and fun creativity in it. I'm actually kind of wanting to look at it again after this when I get off of here with you guys, just to see what it is. It was just fun to watch. So if you want to check that out, it's about 14 and a half minutes. It probably should be premiered, but pay attention to, the last part starts out with looking like I'm showing off the brewery, but no, I go into a beer review and then I go into the the brewery update. So just kind of keep your eyes peeled on that and look at the whole thing if you can, please. It should be fun. But that's it, man. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to everyone. Cheers, chat. Panel. Hell yeah.
I wish you best of luck for your brewery.
I'm trying. We'll do it.
All right, so I'm gonna rate Clown Shoes Undead Party Crasher. Didn't know this had lactose, but I did say that it had like more of like a coffee cream kind of finish. Nice chocolatey notes, and then a little bit of like dried fruits, probably from that that cherry wood. Not overly complex, but definitely a more drinkable Imperial Stout. No booziness. Wish the finish lasted a little bit longer. But I've been drinking this beer for an hour and 17 minutes. So I probably could have gone through this a little bit faster, but I've been wanting to hold on to it because I want to get through the whole video without drinking the whole thing so I can talk about it and sip on it,
Nice. Hell yeah.
Rating for that one, I'm gonna give it I would give it I think a 90. With that being said, availability. If you guys find Clown Shoes, this is like their signature stout. Price $13, 12 and change roughly for a 4-pack, 9%. Decent price. Like I said, as far as an Imperial Stout, it's definitely drinkable. You could have a couple of these.
He's calling it.
Not to be too full. But yeah, so like I said, a 90 for this one. I'm a big fan of Clown Shoes. As you guys know, even going over their list of their beers, I was very surprised to see that they actually had that many. And even the ones that aren't in production anymore is giant compared to the list that they actually have. It's probably twice as many beers that they actually have that aren't in production that are. So hopefully they somewhat bring those back. If you get like the 12 beers of Christmas, if you guys can see this, you're able to try some of these beers that are discontinued or not necessarily discontinued, but they're just not making right now. So maybe a year from now, a couple years from now, they'll bring some of those styles back, to bring some of those beers back. Shout outs. I'm doing beer reviews. I actually have another eggnog review that I have to edit. It was at my brother's house, so there's a lot of background noise, but I kind of just compared it to the Evelyn. So that's something that I have already pre-recorded. I have a lot of whiskey stuff that I need to review. I have a lot of beer that I need to review. Shout out to this way. Shout out to Beer Man, Beer and Cheese Tuesday. I got a really cool beer that I'm gonna be bringing. I'm not sure. I might bring a I'm either gonna bring the Breckenridge Christmas Ale, the winter warmer. I might bring that, or I might bring a stout to pair with that cheese. I'm gonna ask Beer Man. I'm gonna go over with Beer Man and see what he thinks is better. And then Bumpy. Bumpy is actually who normally goes live 8 p.m. on Mondays. He had something to do today, so he wasn't able to do his new beer. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be on this live stream with you guys, Miscellaneous Beer Man. Everybody join in chat. We do appreciate being welcomed into the beer community. You guys are very, very what's the word? You brought me in with open arms, which is really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the whiskey community,
Nonchalant.
they're not as they don't really open up as much as the beer community. The beer community welcomes you in, and not much criticism. Everybody just hangs out, has a good time. And a lot of the live streams that we do is just very friendly, and everybody just gets along. We all have a hobby, beer, so we all have conversations. We all have questions for each other. So that's awesome. Miscellaneous has what are you doing next Thursday, Miscellaneous?
There's just a Thursday night beer session.
All
Probably
right.
review 3-4 products.
I think Miscellaneous already said, but Thomas Metal has the Wild Card Wednesday. I was on his last one with him. Bring liquor, beer, any kind of beverage, and don't be a douche. Shout out to Ron Terrio for helping me with my reviews, teaching me a lot of things about reviews, teaching me the Cyclops scale, because I would probably never know about that if it wasn't for him. And I'd just like to thank everybody for being here, Beerman, Miscellaneous, and everybody in chat. Thank you guys for stopping by for my first live stream with a panel. It's really cool to just have people in the beer community kind of just all join in. This was just kind of like a last minute thing. Bumpy said that he wasn't going to be doing Monday, so I was like, oh, I'll fill the spot. I'll come up with something. And I really do appreciate you guys for coming by, because I know everybody doesn't really have necessarily the time or whatever it is to actually be in the live stream. So I really do appreciate you guys for being here and just hanging out and just having a good time, drinking beer, doing what we love.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring it back to the full panel. If anybody else got anything else to say, we'll sign off.
Hang loose, man. Cheers.
Yeah.
Right on. It's been fun. It's always fun. I love reviewing beers, man. I love hanging out with friends, and you guys are great. So
I am at I'm at 971. So if you guys want to help me get to that 1,000 sub, you don't have to, but if you want to watch reviews on liquor, beer, any malt beverage, I'm here. A lot of the times I tell people that I talk to on a daily basis, people I work with, my friends, people on YouTube, the YouTube community. I do this channel not only because it's a hobby, but because I want you guys to save money. I want you guys to have an output of my opinion, whether you like it or you don't like it, on something that you might enjoy. Sometimes I'll review a New England IPA and I'll say, this is a good New England IPA, but if you don't like regular IPAs and they're too bitter for you, don't buy this one. Or the same thing with the West Coast, or the same thing with the sours. If you don't like things that are too sour, don't buy this. You know what I mean? I'm very open. I honestly really, there's not really a style that I'm not really a big fan of. Even wheat beers, I've talked about wheat beers before, that I didn't really necessarily enjoy them. But then you try something like Gumball Head. So just keep an open mind with things when you're trying stuff. Buy it as a single if you can. That's the best way to try something. And there you have it. Thank you guys for being here. And I think we're gonna sign out. Does anybody want to sign us out? I'll let one of you guys sign us out. You want to sign us out? No?
No, that's Alex's job, man.
All right. This is reviews, and we'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Cheers.
Alex.
Cheers, man.